Okay, today in the shop we got a 2018 Polaris 900 XP and we are installing a winch. I've got the bumper off. We are making our own bracket out of some brackets that we had. We've got a winch and then we've got a different bumper that was not the stock bumper, so we're having to adapt. That's why we're changing and modifying the mount. Anyway, that's what we're doing, so let's get started. I already started, but we'll get started again. This is the winch we are putting on today. KFI 4,500 pounds synthetic rope winch. Yeah, that's what we're doing. It comes with everything you need for a growing winch to grow up and be big and strong. Okay, so this mount was meant to bolt in here upside down like this and then hook to the bumper. Well, it's not going to work because we don't have the factory bumper, so I cut it, changed the ears, and it's now going to bolt on flat like that. Anyway, it's going to work awesome. Okay, I think that got us to make that solid. Okay, so now we're going to mount our winch to this, and we already kind of mocked it up and determined which bolt holes we're going to use. Because we're going to be we're fine center, and then we're just off center to the left just a little bit is the way this is going to work. So, where are, right there. I'm going to use a torque wrench on these just so you can get them all the same, and you don't want to strip them out, so the best way to do it is with a torque wrench. And these I recommend 22 to 25 foot-pounds, and that's just enough where you won't break the bolt off, but yet it'll seat it and it won't work its way out. Okay. Off to the Ranger. I just need to find the correct bolts that I want up here, because these aren't going to work. Well, the first ones they got, so see about getting some bolts to tie this in up here. Okay, get this to start. This one I'm going to have a ratchet wrench on, a little gear wrench or something, because that's not room to get in there. Use this one here to drive that one home. And ratchety wrench. Ow. Okay, previously I already wired this one up. All I gotta do is run some cables down to the winch and it's done. I forgot when we put the doors on, I pre-wired it for a winch because we knew we were gonna put a winch on this. Anyway, that's where I put my contactor and tied it in with a large heavy cable, like I think it's a 6 gauge. It goes back to the battery. And so this dude's already all fixed up, ready to just run our 2 cables down to the winch. Well, we'll show you that anyway. Well, this job's going to be easier than I thought. I already did part of it. Okay, the cables that come with this are just way too long. We're going to cut them down so that we put a new end on it, so it's just boom, boom. Nicely, I cut this one, but we're going to make this one just a hair longer than this one, so we'll get to doing that. These are easy to strip just with a sharp knife. Should be able to just pull that dude off. You have a swedger too that you hit with a hammer, and that works good too, but these should be sufficient. I mean, this is just a soft copper lug. You know, I might still hit them with the swedger. I'll just hold it till I get it put together. Oh wow. I love watching heat shrink, tubing shrink. See, that's 3 times faster. Watching heat shrink, tubing shrink. Watching heat shrink, tubing shrink. Watching heat shrink, tubing shrink. Tubing shrink. Trunk. Okay. Blue. Yellow. We're going to go down. Kind of wrap this down through here. There is power here on the positive and negative, but not here and here. Not yet, anyway. Now you can see where I came down from up there. Pull our wires down here. And we're going to go to there, but I'm thinking if I have enough slack, can I go through here, or is that too much of a pain? No, that's just right. And then that helps kind of keep it out of the way and traps it up there. Okay, so we're going to hook that one there. We're going to run this blue one up above it and come down. And I can always tie these back, but I think I'll run this blue one in here and then down like, what's this doing anyway? And then like that. And that way nothing, brush and everything can not grab it. Okay. Okay, now, okay, all right, I like the looks of that. We're gonna snug those down. Oops, wrong way. Nice. I like that. It looks nice. Alright, I'm just zip tying these wires nice and tight to this bar so that they stay put. Okay, so I guess let's turn everything on and see if our winch will work, and we'll pull our zip tie off of here. Yeah, pre-wired a little winch switch kit in here already. Oh, I hear it. Nice. All right. Get free spool. Yeah, get the free spool out of there. And I actually want to wind this winch rope the other way so that it's pulling from the top down through the fair lead, which will be nicer when you're lifting a plow blade or anything. So that's what we're gonna do, is we're gonna unspool that. Yep, and we're gonna wind it the other way. That way the torque and everything's pulling, because we have this large piece of metal here at the top that gives it the strength to pull this way. And our fair lead is actually slightly below this, so it's gonna work better pulling from the top. And if we need to switch the directions of the switch, all we gotta do is switch the brown and the green wire there. And that, or excuse me, the black and the green wire, you just switch them and that reverses the polarity of that contactor. Okay. So now, get this off of there. Now we're gonna see, actually, I have a corded remote for this. Let's hook that up, and then that'll help us run this while we're out here. That's one thing it doesn't have, is the corded remote, but it did come with the winch kit. So let's find that. Handheld corded remote. Maybe it's in this. Aha! There it is right there. Now we just need to plug in that end of it. That must be this. Ha ha ha! Right on. Okay, let's get this installed and then we can wind up our wim-wom here. Okay, we're gonna put our bumper back on, I think. At this point, get this dude up here. Shouldn't be too bad. There. I think we got it. Just have to get these bolts in up here and down here now. Found that one. Lower one in. Oh, come on. Okay. My cable out of the way there. There. Alright, just need to tighten those up and then we're going to go back to our wiring. So, I decided or determined that right here would be the best spot to put this corded remote control plug in. I'm going to go right through the bumper right here, run the wires up and over, and I think it'll work out pretty cool. If I had a sharp bit. There it grabs. Okay, we gotta be careful because I don't know exactly what size this is, and I don't want to go too big. get our 2 little holes drilled and that bolted in. Stick a little bolt in there so it doesn't spin on me. Just like that. That's what I was wanting to keep from doing. Wow. Okay. Just snug these up. We're just going into plastic. There. Let's see if I can get that one. Yep. Okay. Okay, I got a nice angle here, so pulling these wires up, we're gonna run across here. We're gonna tie them, just kind of tie them up with this hose. This little red wire is gonna go to keyed hot right there, and we're gonna cut this and split it and tie it into our winch switch wires. And then we'll probably wrap this up with a little bit of a loom so that little red wire isn't exposed out there like that. Make it look a little nicer. Let go. Then I can fold it in on itself. That is a nice crimp. And then we'll heat shrink it. That's gonna go right there. Now this wire, I think we could probably tap into it anywhere here where it's easy. And yeah, so I got plenty of room, plenty of cord. I'm just gonna cut it right here and then tap into it. And I really only need the black and green wires to tap into here, so cut them. Need a little bit more wire than that. Like this, and now I can twist all of these together. That looks good. And slide this blue connector over where that solder is just over the copper wire. And now let's shrink that thing down. See our solder start to flow there. I think that's pretty good. Okay, I'll let that cool just a second and then we'll do the other one. Okay, I think I will wrap this up. I can make some quick disconnects right here, which would be really easy to do. But I'm going to wrap it up and continue on. Okay, now I'm going to take this friction tape and make this little loom look a lot nicer. We're going to wrap it as far down here as I can go. Okay, now let's get this. That's bigger. Okay, it must be a 10. Okay. I don't have to take it clear off of there. I just needed to do that. There we go. Now, let's see if our winch will work. Okay, we're gonna pull this rope through the bumper. And then we've got an adapter here because we have the narrow winch and narrow fairleads to this adapter. Let's put that fairlead on there. We gotta get the rope through all of this stuff. There's my other nut. Okay, other than tightening everything down and reeling this in, that's what it's gonna look like. Okay. Remote plugged in. Just like that. Turn our power on. Just like that. Maybe pick up a couple of things out of our road. Don't get tangled up here. And in. Hey, it's going the right direction. That's pretty cool. I don't know, can you see that on the camera? Let's zoom in here. Back up just a little. Whoa, that might be really close. How about right there? I can get a little more length cord here. Let's see what I'm doing. Okay, out, in. See, you gotta pay attention to the directions because it's pulling in and it's pulling from the top, which is where our structure is on our mount. So that torque is what we want coming up here on top. Plus, if we do a plow mount and you want to use this to lift the plow, it's coming up at a nice smooth angle, not a sharp 90, you know. So you got to pay attention from which direction you're pulling, winding your rope up on your winches, and look at the angles of them. And always find your best angle. Okay, now we're ready to put our rubber baby buggy bumper on and our hook and our little tongue. All right, now we can snuggle up. Oop, wrong one. There we go. I don't think you have to snuggle it up too much. I like it. Just gives it a little cushion. All right, put our tongue on. There we go. Let's clean up our mess. Ranger is winchified.